Gar, what's wrong?
I'm bored.
Well, I'm sorry, but due to this outbreak of a virus, we have to stay inside for the good of everyone.
But now I want to go outside.
Well, no, you can't. That's why we bought a bunch of food. I'm gonna have Call of Duty to play after we're done recording, so I'm good.
Why is it that it took a pandemic to get me to sit down and edit every episode of Ultraranger?
I don't know.
It took the entire world to be a shut-in to finally get me to sit down and watch or to edit Ultraranger.
Yep.
Oh,
Fucking Ultraman doesn't have to deal with this shit.
I know. He only has to deal with
Losing his sight temporarily and boring plotline and stuff. Schwa the roll call. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Kaiju Sentai Ultraranger, the show where we talk about Ultraman's past, present, future, Godzilla, and all kaiju in between. I am your host, UltraPink Caster Lane.
and I'm your host, UltraYellow Caster.
That's right. Gar might be Goldcaster Garza on Castranger, but he's still proud yellow, UltraYellow Caster.
It's a different power set.
Exactly. Two separate characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
Don't know when this episode will come out, but
I have it scheduled to be released March 23rd.
I thought it said 2010 for a second. I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
At least 10 years ago.
Yeah, and then hopefully Lane doesn't look at the rest of that schedule because he'd probably be like, no, we're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, okay.
So it's funny, like I have my smartwatch like tracks my steps, so it's at the time of recording this, it's like after 4 o'clock in the evening.
Afternoon.
So by 11 o'clock, usually when I'm at work, I'll have clocked in 10,000 steps. It is now after 4 o'clock today. I've walked 769 steps today. That's how much I've not been moving around my house.
According to my step walk thing, I have stepped a total of 209 steps.
Well done.
Burning 23 calories. But then again, I don't keep my phone in my pocket when
Yeah, so you walked a shit ton of steps on the treadmill today.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about that quickly. I've been on a sort of health journey? Health journey?
A journey of self-improvement.
Yeah, so journey of self-improvement because the last episode we recorded was way back in like February.
Yep.
A lot has happened since then.
A lot has happened since then.
Besides the pandemic.
Yeah, which honestly, like, this is our like nerds' time to shine because they're like literally they're recommending like, oh, everyone stay inside, don't interact with people.
It's our time in here.
And I'm like, cool, I'm okay with that. So literally, other than going to work, I'm not leaving the house. Even my girlfriend said like maybe we shouldn't see each other until this calms down. I was like, yes.
And apparently the entire country's probably gonna go on shutdown.
Yeah, no, they're planning on like blocking and cutting Ontario off from everyone else. So like no one can leave, no one can come in.
Yep.
So honestly, that's smart that they're telling everyone to fucking stay indoors. So because this
honestly, the quickest way to get rid of this, or the quickest way to avoid this, is for all of us to stay inside.
Yeah, like I'm supposed to work tomorrow at my other job, but like my hours are cut, and I'm kind of hoping that they tell me not to come in at all. So that'd be nice.
As for my work, I just haven't heard any word from them in like a while.
I know. But we're here to talk about some Ultraman. So this week we're talking about Ultraman episode 36, Tiga episode 36, and Gridman episode 33.
Yeah. So, in case you haven't realized, our release schedule has been really bad to the point where we have to kind of make these episodes shorter to make it quicker to do.
We were so desperate to watch Ultraman since we were so deprived of it for so long that we watched the first episode of Ultraman Powered.
Yeah.
And that was interesting, but we'll talk about that hopefully in the summer. Might be a summer project. Maybe. It's up to Gar. He's in charge of this shit. So.
No, look, remembering the schedule, I want to say it's more like a fall thing.
Okay, so yeah, the fall we'll possibly be talking about Ultraman Great and Ultraman Powered, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, Powered's interesting, so we'll get to it.
Alright, and the best way that we kept these episodes short is by spreading the news out throughout episodes.
Yeah.
So
we're not going to be on news for like 45 minutes like we usually do.
Yeah, we're probably going to be on it just for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, I'm dragging this out.
I'm going to ruin this whole entire... I'm going to ruin this man's career.
You're just editing there. God damn it, Lane.
Alright, so our first news story is some... sad news.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. This was the dawn of the end.
Yeah, so Super Ride postpones the Ultraman Tiga movie's premiere screening due to the coronavirus. So,
yeah,
this has been canceling a lot of shit. Fucking sporting events. E3's canceled. Fucking, like, places are shutting down. Like,
Toronto
restaurants.
Comic-Con's canceled.
Yeah, restaurants are, like, going, like, no, you can only get takeout or deliver. So
you can't sit down.
No, which is why I'm like wondering how my work's gonna be because I work at a Denny's. But we have like hand washing and sanitizer stations everywhere in the store in the restaurant. So like we've been making sure to like be sanitized all the time.
I work at a Cineplex and
yeah, Cineplex is like they sent me an email promising to fucking clean the fuck out of the theater super well. So. Like, oh, we'll make sure it's clean.
Well, yeah, don't even ask me how I feel about that.
I didn't feel about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, this is sad that the Tiger movie hasn't premiered yet, so there's nothing of it.
Yeah, there's... to the point where they even deleted the trailers off of YouTube. And they re-released it with no release date.
Oh.
Because at the end of the trailer, for the second trailer, it said, like the first and second trailer, it said, like, March 6th, but then they uploaded it again, and at the end, I don't know what it said because I can't read Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
I can...
Probably just, like, coming soon.
Yeah, probably just, like, coming soon in the future.
Yeah. So, that sucks, because, honestly, from the trailers we saw, the Tiger movie looks pretty fucking hype.
Fucking released on Ultraman Day.
Yeah. My birthday.
Released on July 23rd. Wait, no, that's when the Kira Major Kamen Rider 01 movies are out.
But... It makes me happy knowing that Ultraman Day is on my birthday.
Lucky.
Yeah,
bastard.
I'm wondering if Ultraman was supposed to be my real true calling in watching Toku, but I don't know. Kamen Rider found me first, so...
I just find it odd that my birthday aligns up with the death of Shotaro Ishimori.
That's fucking weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, we should switch. You should be more into Rider. I should be more into Ultraman.
Yeah, but I like having a winter birthday, and it gets it done over.
I want a winter birthday. I hate having my fucking birthday be halfway through the year. It's annoying. I'd kill to have January 1st. Fucking.
Oh, being New Year's, baby.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been great.
So yeah.
Damn you, mom. I'm just kidding. No, I love my mom. My mom's a registered nurse, so she's in this fight. So all the best to her. I love you, mom. Next story. So, finally, there you go, Gar. You complained, you bitched, and now you're getting SH Figure Arts Ultraman Ace. So now the Ultra Brothers is finally complete.
About damn time.
And...
He looks
alright.
He looks alright.
I just don't like his big head.
Pretty chunky.
He's got a big doofy head. But it doesn't... God, the day we get Leo and Astra, that's gonna be awful. Leo is fucking ugly. No, I hate him.
Yeah, you have a problem with Ultraman Leo, don't you?
I just don't. It looks bad. Like, I don't care if he was the mentor of Zero. Like, he looks awful. I hate that fucking head sculpt. At least Ace is like, it's different, but like, it's tolerable. Okay. Yeah, he is a chunky boy. My goodness.
He's very chunky. Like, even the Ultra Act, he was very chunky. Yeah, so SH Figure Arts Ultraman Ace will be coming out in July of this year for 6,050 yen.
No, release a brother's mantle. Or, like, release someone who comes with a brother's mantle. Oh, can he throw his, thing on his tattoo? Oh, okay. Just that one pose looks like he can.
Oh, the pose on the, this pose here? I think it's because, like, a laser comes out or something.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's got, like, a slash effect thing, and then his...
Regular
Ace Beam's called?
I don't know. I can't remember any of it. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, so now the Ultra Brothers are complete. Finally. Now you just need to fucking hunt them down.
Yeah. I think they'll be easy.
I think for your next Ultraman figure, you should get Ultraman first.
I was thinking for getting that, it would be the 50th anniversary set.
Oh, with the city display?
Yeah, with the city and the alien Zeton ship, or alien Bolton ship.
Legit.
It's cheap.
It's cheap.
Speaking of odd releases, SH Figuarts Ultraman G Ultimate Final was unveiled, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, I was like, eh.
Like, I mean, kudos for G to be getting the first Figuart release of a movie exclusive form.
Yeah.
But why G?
Yeah. Hell, you guys haven't even fucking made Acro Smasher, Solid Burning,
Burn Might, Hurricane Slash,
which proves that Magnificent was probably like the favorite of his like forms.
Guess so. It's part of Zero.
It's true. Oh, that too.
That's probably it.
Zero is the Dan Kuroda of Ultraman. Just he's so popular that they have to make everything based around him.
Yeah, but at least Zero's tolerable. So this figure is a premium Bandai release.
Okay.
And I just want to acknowledge that. Look at the Giga Finalizer.
It's huge.
It's awesome. You even see like at the bottom, you can see like a little blue circle underneath because that's where you insert the capsule.
That's incredible.
Like even on the suit, like when he's like wielding it in the Tiga movie, or not Tiga, in the Room movie, you can see the little blue circle. It's like, wow, that's really good continuity.
Yeah. No, it's a nice suit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not my favorite, but it's still a nice suit because it's like supposed to be based around what actual Gene's supposed to look like. So.
No. Give me Ginga Victory.
I want Victory Knight.
That's easy. That's just a repaint of Victory.
I know it is. And he's given the Timber Flute, and he's good.
So this will be also coming out in July of 2020 for 7,150 yen.
Well, so it'll probably be like close to 90, 100 bucks.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
So Marvel Comics unveiled their first Ultraman book for the West around like the beginning of March.
Mm-hmm.
In which the title has been dropped. It's called The Rise of Ultraman.
The heck is he's rising?
He's rising.
Oh, look at him! Look at that!
Yeah, there are two covers out right now. There's one with just Ultraman posing, and then there's one with like Alien Bolton in the background, Gomora.
Oh.
Because these guys know what's up.
Yeah.
So apparently this information was revealed at C2E2. I don't know what that is. I think it's like a convention or like some press conference or something.
Yeah, probably.
In the series, which this is what really got me into being fully hyped for this.
Oh yeah, you didn't shut up about this for a while.
It's being written by Matt Groom, in which I don't know who he is, but it's the other writer that I lost about, Kyle Higgins, which if you read the first run of Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comics by Boom Studios, he did issues 0 all the way up to the Shattered Grid finale. And he also did Soul of the Dragon.
That's good. So at least Ultraman's in good hands.
Yeah. We also have some images of what the characters will possibly look like. So I'm just going to zoom in on some of these pictures. We have Hayata.
Looking dapper.
Yeah. Some sort of... It says USP uniform.
Maybe that's the uniforms they wear.
Maybe? We have our female lead, I want to say.
Kiki.
And we have...
Possibly Cap.
I
think it might be Cap.
It'd be cute if they actually did keep the orange uniform, and then, like, the blue uniform here is, like, it kind of looks like SPD a bit.
Right?
Like, just put Kruger's head on there.
I would love that.
Oh, went back too far. Kyle Higgins had a few, both writers had a few things to say, which Kyle Higgins, I'll quickly go through this. A few years ago, thanks to my time on Power Rangers, I was able to discover and learn about tokusatsu. With its wildly different conventions and inspirations, tokusatsu, and Ultraman in particular, has been a huge source of joy for me. It's a genre so ripe with possibilities, even down to what we conceive of in the structure of superhero storytelling. It's both an honor and a privilege to bring Ultraman to Marvel.
Oh.
And then Matt Grimm had this to say. Monsters in fiction have been embodying all that is dark and scary in our world for as long as we've been telling stories. But I don't think anybody understood the immense scale for our most pressing problems quite like Eiji Tsuburaya. He imagined the darkness looming overhead as tall as skyscrapers, aliens and unknowable and angry. But he also imagined us being able to stand up to those monsters by rising above our worst impulses and embracing a noble way of being. He imagined Ultraman. What does this mean in this complex,
contradictory world of lies? We're going to find out.
So, they at least know who Ultraman is.
Yeah, no, and they've discovered it and took an interest in it, and they're like, this is fascinating stuff. Like, this is a really interesting world. I'm excited to, expand on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, for me personally, I'm not really a comic book reader, so I'm not going to be investing in this, but I know Gar will be. So,
yeah.
But I will say I'm glad this is happening. This is cool that Ultraman is finally getting the attention it deserves, and the fact that it's getting a Western comic apart from the manga is really cool. And I think it's going to be done really well. So hopefully it catches on. Hopefully one day a 10-year-old kid or something goes to a comic book store, sees Ultraman, picks it up and takes an interest in it.
Okay, so the artist is Francesco Mana, who's currently doing Dan Slott's run on Fantastic Four. Long time. Okay, so this book is basically for everyone. Oh, gorgeous. Oh. And our last news story for this episode is that there is now a official North American website for Ultraman.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is called Ultraman Galaxy, which is filled up the wazoo about licensing, the heroes, aliens, terminology.
Oh, I like that they refer to them as Kaiju. That's good.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between giant monster and
there's a picture of Ultraman and his brother's mantle.
Yeah.
Looking fucking dapper.
Which...
I like that word.
Dapper.
Dapper.
Click on Ultra Heroes and it's there's big summaries. It's let's click on
Ultraman up to 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you click on 3 generations of Ultra Heroes, I'm just gonna zoom in. There's they describe each era. You have the Showa era, the Heisei era, and then you have the New Generation era.
Wow, that's insane. Wow.
And I just find it weird that in all 3 of these photos, there's no Zero.
No, there isn't.
Oh. I do like the photo of the Heisei Ultraman
They
together.
go down? Yeah, son of a bitch. You think Zero would be there with Jeed?
It's funny because the shot that they have for the new generation heroes is from a magazine scan when they were talking about Tiga episode 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. It's cool we got a website.
Yeah, we got a website. Oh, let's contact them and see if they can sponsor us.
Wouldn't that be great?
Alrighty. That's the news. We're currently 20 minutes in. See, I told you it only took us 10 minutes. Let's talk about some Ultraman.
So episode 36, Don't Shoot Arashi.
Wait, is it Don't Shoot Arashi or is it Don't Shoot Arashi?
I think it's the second one.
Oh, okay.
So yes, this is a very huge Arashi-focused episode, and the kaiju of this episode is the transformation monster Zaragus. Or Zaragus.
I don't know. I like the way that you said it the first time.
Oh, Zaragus?
Yeah, Zaragus.
Oh, Zaragus. Yeah, I think it's Zaragus. Yeah, so we were confused at what Zaragus was about in terms of like his naming, the transformation monster. So we thought like, oh, maybe he just transforms or something like that. But no, it's literally like his body adapts to whatever like situation he's in. So if he's being attacked, he'll like get more defensive, or he'll just like
I compared him to like a Kabuto rider. He had a heavy shell and went. It's a defensive, but when he needs to attack, he removes the shell off of him.
Yeah.
He cast off.
Exactly. And he, one of his trademark abilities is he can shine a bright light that can, like, blind people and, like, cause them to lose their eyesight.
Yeah. It's weird. No, he blinded someone this episode. It's crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, so like they're checking out like Arashi, Fuji, Nide, they're all checking out this like.
Oh no, it was Cap.
It was Cap, yeah.
It was Cap, Arashi, and Fuji.
Yeah, they were showing off, going to visit like this children's center, and so it was like a building within a building. It was really weird. So it was kind of like the Truman Show, where like it's just this like giant set piece with like sky,
like
sky,
an artificial sky. Like it reminded me a bit of the drowsing Hypno episode from Pokemon, where like they go up to the top of the building. There's like a giant mansion on the roof.
Yeah.
Except in this, it's like artificial.
Yeah, it's artificial because like we were confused for a second. We were like, how do they shoot this? Because like they go out of an elevator through a door, and then they're just in that scenery of that place. So I'm like, I don't know if like they built a set piece there, or they just like kind of like filmed them like going through, but then they at the same time filmed like someone walking into the shot of this area.
The way that I think they did it was they built like just like a stand-up wall where like before you walked in saw like the giant part, because like they obviously filmed it outside, and like that's how they probably did it. They probably had the camera on a dolly. They rolled the camera in to make it look like they're going through the door.
Yeah.
But then the ceiling gets crushed in.
Uh-oh.
By Zaragus.
Zaragus.
Blinded the guy that they bumped into.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, how you doing? My eyes! Bald!
So then we find out Ide was developing a gun called the QX gun?
Yeah, the QX gun, the quick extinguisher gun.
Yeah, so apparently it's a
one
gun.
shot.
Yeah, it's one shot, but it has the ability, it destroys all the brain cells within like a person, like a thing's brain, and causes them to like pretty much die instantly.
And he's been working on this for apparently 4 years.
4 years of research.
He's been working on this since 1990. Because remember, Ultraman takes place in the year 1993.
Yeah, what the fuck.
The Jimba episode.
She's so weird. So yeah, but like they try attacking and stuff like that, and so like Arashi ends up getting like temporary blinded by it. And so then, like, we see him at one point, he, like, gets, like, sunglasses on, and he's wearing sunglasses. Yeah. And so, immediately, I'm just, like, he looks like he's one of the Blues Brothers.
So, he looks like a Japanese Jim Belushi.
Yeah, so we decide for the thumbnail, we're just going to have him, like, the shot of the Blues Brothers in their car, and then just in the back seat, it's just going to be Arashi. So, I think that'd be super funny.
And, hey, it gives me a chance to rewatch Blues Brothers.
Right? I've never seen it, but I heard it's a funny movie.
You've never seen Blues?
Never seen Blues Brothers.
So good.
Yeah.
We're on a mission from God.
Mission from God.
We're on a mission for Ultraman.
Mission for Ultraman.
Dan Aykroyd probably knows Ultraman.
Yeah, right? So then, so Zaragus is attacking, and then, like, they find out about his whole defensive thing where it's like, oh, he's just going to be more defensive, you can't defeat him. And, like, it's just, like, the more we attack him, the more pissed off he's going to be, the more rampaging he will be.
Like, he acts like a monster from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, oh, if you attack it, I can bring it back and it'll be stronger.
It'll be in attack mode.
Oh, no, I'm going to put it in defense mode.
So Arashi, like, or Cap, like, looks over at Arashi and Ide, and he's just like, I know how you two feel, but I'm ordering you not to attack this thing. Like, I'm ordering you not to. And they're like, fine. And what's weird, Hayata's barely in this episode.
Well,
like in the beginning,
yeah,
he wasn't.
In the beginning of the episode, he's rarely in it.
Yeah, and so then like they go to rescue the children because like they find Zaragus and
he's just sitting there.
He's sitting there napping. Like Garo put up a shot of him, but just like.
Like that's the centerpiece of this wallpaper.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there.
Mm.
Oh, and by the way, he's made of Gomera suit pieces.
Yeah.
So like, if you see his leg and his chest and like his hands,
it's a Gomera.
It's just Gomera, probably painted black.
Yeah. Gomera, I see over there. Hello, buddy.
Gomerasaurus.
No. Should have just left them alone. Wouldn't have done anything if they just didn't take them off the fucking island.
It was Ultraman that killed Gomera. Son of a bitch. But yeah, Arashi and Hayata, they run inside to go save some of the kids that are still in the new school center or children's center, and I don't know what they were doing with the audio, like the whoever was doing the ADR was like, okay, we gotta make it sound like they're running for like a damn sewer or
like
something.
A hallway. Well, no, it wasn't sewer. It sounded like they were in like a long, like, echoey hallway where like their shoes are hitting like a tiled floor, and it's like
yeah,
like had them like running down like a fucking school hallway or something like that.
Yeah.
So because I guess they wanted to give the illusion that like no, they're not outside. They're in a building that's in a building.
Probably to give off the idea of like it's a big building.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
can hear their voices like reverbing and stuff like that. So like yeah, so that was just to give the illusion that like they're inside a building. So which was pretty cool. And yeah, so then they find some kids, they go rescue them, but then Zaragus has like he blinds a few of the kids and Hayata, and so they get under pressure, and like Arashi breaks his promise and like disobeys Cap's direct order. And he's like, forgive me, I'm going to attack him anyway. So he uses the gun. It does something, but doesn't really do anything to, like, affect him.
Because he probably didn't hit him in, like, the right area or something.
Well, no, he hit him straight in the top of the head. Because it's a gun that's supposed to eliminate all the brain cells in the brain. So it just didn't work because probably he's just really tough.
Yeah.
So then, like, he ends up going to the hospital. And, like, you see the kids lying there, and you see Hayata, and, like, Hayata's just, like, he has like they all have wraps on their eyes because like they can't see. So Hayata's just like, oh, Arashi, is that you? It's okay, don't worry. Like I don't blame you for this. And then like,
is that you? Yes, Hayata, it's me. Fucking prick.
Let me touch your face. So then like all the kids are just like, oh, Mr. Arashi, like is my eyesight gonna come back? Oh, did you defeat the monster? The science patrol is really tough and awesome, and like. You just see Arashi's face as he feels so guilty and like so bad, and then just flies off into the VTOL and just decides I'm not part of Science Patrol anymore. I'm on my own. I'm gonna defeat this thing by myself.
I was expecting him to just kamikaze himself straight into Zaragus' mouth.
I felt like he was going to do that before Ultraman got involved. Because, like, he was going to shoot the gun and then crash into him. So, like...
This time, Arashi does the crashing.
Yeah. And so, like, Cap's, like, yelling at him over the comm, trying to, like, tell him, like, stop this, like, you know, don't do this. And, like, he cuts off communications because he doesn't have time to hear it. And so Hayata has a realization that Arashi went to go do something stupid. So he runs out... blindfolded still, like has his eye wraps on.
My jackass sensors are tingling.
Yeah. Runs up a fucking flight of stairs up onto the roof, transforms into Ultraman, and so this is where I was like, oh, I wonder if because his eyes don't work, these eyes aren't going to work as Ultraman. But Gar explained to me that like, no, when he's Ultraman, all of his injuries, whatever he sustained, doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, we've seen that before.
Yeah, because it's an entirely different body.
Yeah, it's like when Daigo hurt his arm in Tiga. When he turned into Tiga, he had control of his hand.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
He's like, cool.
So I wanted to see like, oh, it would have been cool to see like Ultraman form, and then like his like eyes aren't glowing to like show like, oh, his eyes don't work. But he's fighting Zaragus, you know, doing his thing, throwing him. Just going, ah! And just like running into him head first. And so he gets hit by his like ray beam and his eyes stop glowing. And I was like, oh, he lost his sight.
He's temporarily blind for
a
few minutes.
So I was actually happy that we got to see that. I wanted to see that fact.
Like how is Ultraman gonna defeat Zaragus? And then like we just see Ultraman just like kick Zaragus like right in the head.
Oh.
It's like that.
Yeah. And like he fucking throws him across the thing.
Zaragus picks up the piece of the child center and just throws.
Yeah, and like he picks up like a tower and he's like holding it towards him. He's just like, alright, and so like Ultraman's using his other senses, like he's using his hearing to like listen where he is, and then he gets his eyesight back eventually, uses the spacium ray and just
I forgot we gave Zaragus the Kermit the Frog voice.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and so he uses the spacium ray, destroys him.
Yeah. Another big thing about this episode was Dr. Iwamoto was in it.
But
it
wasn't.
Is it me or did he look different?
He did look different. He didn't look like the same guy.
He did look different. Because according to the casting on the Japanese Wikipedia page, he did show up in this episode, but he was not played by his regular actor.
Yeah.
He was played by an actor named Satoshi Morizuka.
Oh, so it wasn't Akihiko Hirata.
Yeah, you know, Dr. Sarazawa himself.
Yeah, Dr. Sarazawa.
I don't know what's sadder. The fact that for his Japanese Wikipedia page, it's just a picture
of him as Dr.
Sarazawa.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, it's because like that's his most well-known role, so it's probably
fair.
The man who defeated Godzilla.
The man who killed Godzilla.
And then killed himself because he didn't want his work to be used ever again.
40 years later. No,
spoilers.
No. Yeah. 40 years later, Godzilla was just the destroyer. Oh, I was gagged on my own.
Choking on my own rage.
Choking on my own rage. Yeah. And, yeah, all is well that ends well. They beat the monster. Children's Center is probably not saved.
Yeah, I wonder if their eyesight's, like, permanently gone.
Oh, shit, we never got back to that.
So then, like, Cap's, like, disappointed in Arashi for, like, kind of disobeying orders and stuff like that. But then he just says, you're gonna quote the fourth, like, rule for the Science Patrol until you're satisfied with yourself. And so he just keeps repeating it, which it's like, don't disobey orders, follow orders exactly, stuff like that. And he just keeps saying it. And you can tell the more he kept saying it, like the more upset he was looking, because like,
oh God, what did I do?
No, he felt bad what he did. So, but yeah, good episode. Like it was good to finally have like Arashi get some character focus. So
it shocked. Like I was shocked that Arashi got a character episode, especially when there's 3 episodes left before the before the end.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're doing. They're just like, all right, we got to give these guys some fucking development before we end this.
Yeah, let's make them cartoony. Okay. Yeah, let's have a kaiju from space. But he's a skeleton. Okay. Let's have an Arashi episode.
In terms of Zaragus' design, it was a bit of a mess.
He reminded me a bit of an armadillo. Like with the shell a bit.
Yeah. And Ultraman like broke his horn off. That's a poor guy.
What a dick.
Yeah, and Ultraman's a dick. Hell, remember there was an episode where he's like, "What an asshole.
What have I done?
What am I?"
It's like a Bender from the Big Score after he kills Fry. Oh God, what did I just do?
Anyways, let's talk about Tiga.
Tiga time.
So, episode 36, A Smile Across Space and Time. There's honestly not much to say about this episode. It is probably the most boring episode of Tiga we've ever watched. Yeah, Gary hated it, even.
Sorry, I bashed my head against the desk.
Yeah, you are. Well, don't break the desk, please. That'd be bad.
No.
So we're just going to talk about this briefly because there isn't much to say. Like, literally, it's just about this girl, this monster that, like, summons shit through time, and this teenage girl who was, like, born, like, 1915, shows up. Yazumi decides to take care of her.
Oh, no, it was Captain Iruma's orders for Yazumi to take care of her.
Yeah, but then, like, Hori and Daigo were like, oh, or Shinjo were like, we'll do it! And then, like, Daigo's like, no! I'll do it.
It's like,
good thing Reina wasn't there. He would have.
Reina did nothing this episode.
No, Reina did nothing.
Just
put her back in that sexy gray outfit. That was great.
Oh, you mean like last episode?
Yeah, that's great. She's all sweaty and
Wait, stop talking about her like that.
Sorry,
it's Ultraman's daughter.
I don't give a shit. Oh, wow. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoever she married probably was like, oh. You probably don't know my dad. Oh, he's probably alright.
That's fucking shit.
Like, he's just probably lost. And it's like...
Yeah, and then, like, his grandchildren is like, my grandpa's Ultraman. And he shows up to school. Hey, kids.
Yeah.
I bet he would do that, too.
Bring your kid to... bring your...
Grandpa to work day.
Yeah. No, career day, that's it.
Career day.
Just he walks in. Hi, I'm Ultraman. All the kids are probably like, you're not an orb.
Yeah, you're not Guy.
Where's Ginga?
I love Ginga. No, Ginga.
I'm the OG Ultraman. You're an old piece of shit.
Yeah, they're just, like, there wasn't much to this episode. I was nodding off. Like, it just, like, cause when...
There was a Subway marketing.
Oh, yeah, there was Subway.
There's Subway. So Adam Sandler's now in the back of the car.
Yeah, they're eating a
with Arashi with sunglasses.
Yeah,
with Ultraman Tiga's head.
Yeah, they're eating a Subway sandwich. And just, like, oh, spoilers, this old woman who comes up to Yazumi when he's feeling down, like, oh, be happy. It was the girl. Because she, like, disappears after, like, the monster Kaiju gets destroyed, like, Yazumi's like, I killed her, and she's gone. Like, no, you idiot, she went back to her fucking time.
Or you mean how, like, they kept repeating the same phrase over and over? She's from the past. She'll turn into an old lady or an old corpse.
Oh, it's like the main character from, I think, like, Howl's Moving Castle. Where, like, she gets, like, old, like, occasionally. Yeah.
It's like...
Goldress was cool, I guess.
I think it was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge where they kept making the joke of, like, if you... like, it's like hearing the phrase over and over again. If you die in the game, you die for real. It's like, yes, we got it.
Yep. Goldress was cool, I guess. The superpower monster. Yeah. So, like,
he reminded me of the kaiju that, like, could only sense things when it's moving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just... because like this wasn't focused on like anyone specifically, so because it wasn't about any of the main team, and like barely Daigo was even in it. Like no one was barely in it. Like it was Yasumi of all people, but like Yasumi already got an amazing character development episode. It was like the one where you like went on the field and then like a bunch of people died and you got fucking super shook by it. Like
yeah,
it was great.
like, that was a pretty damn good episode of Tiga overall.
Yeah.
Where this just felt like
It's just boring.
It felt boring.
It was boring.
I can't even be mad at it. It's boring.
Yeah. So like
there's a difference between being bad and boring.
Yeah, like Tiga's hit and miss. Like sometimes it has like, oh my god, really fun good episodes, but then sometimes it's like
yeah, sometimes the episodes are like out of the ballpark. Like they go to town with the episodes.
Yeah.
But this was just
we got told like episode 52?
Yeah, there's 52 episodes.
Damn.
Plus 2 movies afterwards.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, don't worry, we're talking about the 2 movies like together as one.
Okay.
That's its own episode altogether.
Till all are one.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah. So like we don't have much to say about this episode. It was boring. Like if you're watching Tiga, you don't need to watch it. You're not gonna miss much.
If you want to watch an episode of something that kind of had a better like feeling for this, like the whole concept of like time portals, because it was like time portals from like Bermuda Triangle and like other places around the world where like things are being chucked in. There's an episode of Ninja Turtles Fast Forward called Timing is Everything, which involves like time portals opening up to like different different times. It not only in the show's like universe, but like in general. Like you remember the Triceratons, right?
Yep.
The Triceratops people?
Yep.
Dinosaurs end up showing up in which a Triceraton bumps into an actual Triceratops. And like he just kind of looks at, like he's a bit confused. He's like, "What?
Can I ride you?
Can I ride you?"
Yeah. So
let's get on to the show that actually impressed us a lot.
Yeah, let's get on to Gridman.
Denkou, Choujin.
So we're talking about one episode this week. This episode. So episode 33, another Takashi. So this was a mind-blowing episode.
Leagues more entertaining than the Tiga episode.
Yeah, like this episode starts off with Yuka getting fucking robbed. She got Naoto this like awesome watch, like this wristwatch, and he's like, "Oh man, it's really cool." And like Ippei's like, "Oh wait, I can get something cool like that." Because like when you're not Shed.
I think it was like for his birthday.
Yeah, it was
coming
a
up.
present for Naoto.
It's like, oh, it's because you're always late. Now you have a watch.
Yeah, so like this robber like fucking just comes, snags fucking Yuka's purse and just like starts like running off with it.
He looked like a Kamen Rider protagonist.
Yeah, he looked like fucking Black's protag.
Yeah.
So and so he's running, and then like Ippei's trying to chase after him, but like Ippei sucks, so like he doesn't do much.
No, Ippei bumped into the cop.
Yeah, oh yeah, he bumped into the cop, which I noticed that like the cop ripped his pants.
Well, probably on the bike.
Yes, but I don't know if that was intentional or was an accident of like them just shooting.
It was probably they probably filmed that scene a few times, and it's like, you know, like if you do an action like tight outfits, it rips a bit.
Yeah. And so then like who stops the robber?
Takashi
or Takeo.
Takeo, someone who looks exactly like Takashi.
And Takashi, like before, like Takashi runs into him because like a kid's about to like get run over by a car, hit by a car, which Takashi walks by and goes, "I don't care if a kid gets killed," and I'm just like, "You piece of shit."
Again, he's already caused so many murders.
Fucking the time episode.
Yeah, he's already
planes to crash into fucking on the ground.
He's killed so many people. Why not just one more?
One more kid.
One more won't mind.
Jesus.
Just one more on his damn conscience.
Yeah, but Takeo saves the boy, and so Takashi fucking hates him, like, a lot, because he's like, oh, you goody.
I hate you.
I hate you. Yeah. So then Yuka and Ippei Naoto, they meet Takeo, and, like, they like, hey, we're gonna go play some basketball. You wanna hang out with us? He's like, yeah, sure. And Takashi's like, what? But.
It only took them 33 episodes, but they finally interact with each other.
Yeah, so, like, after they're playing basketball or whatever like that, like, fucking Takashi gets, like, whipped in the head with the basketball. That was funny.
He got in one little fight, and his mom got scared.
You're gonna work with Takashi Fire and make some kaijus. So, like, Yuka finally, like, talks to him for the first time ever, but she's like, you're an asshole. Like, you're a dick. Why are you so mean?
What an asshole.
And Takashi's just like, I can't believe you talk to me like that.
He just runs off.
Goes home, and he's just like, I'm pissed off, I hate this fucking guy. And Kanji's Fire's just like, oh, why don't you make a kaiju? Fuck with them. And he's like, I don't know where he lives.
Make a kaiju. That's always your response.
So he doesn't know where, like, to actually put the kaiju because,
he's like, oh, why don't you put it in Takeo's computer? Gee, thanks. I'm gonna put it in the guy's computer who I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, so then...
I don't know why he shouted.
So then he decides to, like, put the kaiju, like, in, like, the watches, or, like, do something that affects the the watches.
Radio, I think it was like,
a radio wave, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a
radio wave. And it causes them to, like, lose control of their hands.
Which...
So anyone who's wearing a watch, they, like, lose control.
Yeah.
So we have a scene where, like, we got introduced to the kaiju as well. Chitagora.
Yeah, Chitagora, in which he reminds me of a Subozo a bit from
the Grudge Monster.
Yeah, he's the Grudge Monster.
He was cool looking though. He's got like a skeletal design.
Yeah, he was definitely Subozo 2.0.
Yeah, but he was really nice looking.
Yeah,
like really cool design.
So good.
So then we get like cut to Ippei and Naoto and Yuka, and so like
they're all just hanging out.
So like the watch gets affected on Naoto's arm, and so you just see like him like put his arm around Yuka, and Yuka just kind of looks like, oh, Naoto, that's sweet. Then his hand starts going towards her ass, and I'm like, oh, no, that's bad, Naoto. Save that for the bedroom.
She's like, you pervert.
Yuka, you can't just slap.
Yuka.
And it's like, Ippei, what the hell are you doing? Because he's got like his hand like on his face.
Like, was he like picking his nose or something?
No, it's just like his hand. No, his hand was just grabbing his face. And so then, like, Yuka starts smacking him too. It's just smacking everyone. It's great.
Oh no! It's the claw.
The claw. And then so Takeo comes out of nowhere, and he's like, "Oh, it's the watch!" So like, they try to like grab the watch off, and like he like goes through the like it starts shocking him, but like he goes through the pain, and just goes fuck it, whatever, and gets the watches off, and then they're like, "Oh, they're good," and then
the Primal Acceptor.
The Primal Acceptor comes online, and then Gridman's like, "Go, we gotta fight this kaiju."
I honestly thought it would have been funny if like it started going off. Takeo just grabs it and just chucks it. Just yeet.
No, it's in the water. It's gone.
Damn it.
Yeah. So then they go Gridman. He starts fighting them. He's getting his butt kicked.
Take names, kick it. No. What is it?
Kick names, take ass. Yeah, that's right. Hey, don't call us plucky. I don't know what that means. Oh, Infinity War.
So it's like, okay, yeah, people's arms are not in control. What could possibly go wrong? The cop, like the police officer who has a watch on his hand or on his wrist,
yep,
has his gun.
Yeah.
And he starts shooting up place.
Yeah, he starts shooting, like, he shoots a car with, like, a mother and daughter in it, and then, like, almost shoots himself. Like, he points the gun in his fucking head, but then, like, he ducks in time before the gun shoots. And so, like, Takeo, like, finds them, like just trying to shoot at a bunch of people, and so he tries to stop him, like tackles them and everything like that. And like Takashi's like he like brings out his like handy pocket computer. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck with everyone." And he's like,
15 years of grudge.
Yeah. So and then we get like a slight flashback to Takashi where like he remembers like his nanny that like watched over him when his parents were busy, and he's just like, "Oh, like I really love you, Nana," and stuff like that. And then like his parents come and they like take him away from her, and like I guess he didn't get to see his nanny anymore. And she was like, "Oh, you're gonna grow up to be such a good boy," and which we see he doesn't. So Gridman he goes. They summon the God Tank, and then they make Thunder Gridman, and Thunder Gridman uses a new technique.
Yeah, the fired grid storm,
something like that,
or the grid firestorm.
Yeah, something like that. And he like fires like fire from like his chest thing, and like defeats him, kicks his ass. So then, like, he stops it, and so, like, all the people who, like, saw Takeo, like, save the police officer, they're like, "Oh, you're so fucking cool!" Takeshi's like, "Ah!"
That's it! Then, I'm gonna kill this son of a bitch!
Yeah, so we just see him, like, hiding and seeing, like, Naruto and them are all like, "Oh, where Takeo is? Oh, let's play without him."
Oh, let's give his place a call.
It shows Takeshi's house.
Like, it shows his room.
And we're like, what? So then we see Takeo like walking down like this like tunnel area, and like he's going to meet with them, I guess. And then we see Takashi just with a box cutter, and I think that's Akane's dad from SS Gridman. I think that's Takashi's daughter.
I have a feeling, yeah,
that's the relation.
I would like there to be like a headcanon relation.
It's my headcanon. That's Takashi's daughter.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, Takashi like he got better, found love of his life, ended up having a daughter. So he has a box cutter. He's ready to fucking shank Takeo and kill him. And then it stops, and then we just see him with like the little boy version of Takashi in front of him. And he gives him like a paper airplane because he likes airplanes or something. And like you just see it.
When he was a little boy, he told his nanny, he's like, "Oh, like I love you so much, Nanny. Let's travel the world together."
In an airplane.
I'm like, I'm in an airplane so we can travel the world.
So then we just cut to him seeing him with the plane in his hand and the box cutter, and he's just like, "Ah!" So it's to be implied that Takeo wasn't actually there, and that was supposed to be what Takashi was supposed to be if he was raised right and like was a good person instead of who he turned out to be. So it was a really weird end of the episode. I don't know how to properly process it, but like that's what's to be implied, was that he was never actually there to begin with. Like he was, but he wasn't.
He was imaginary. Like he came from the imaginary world. It's like, so he was there, but then he left?
Yeah, like it was supposed to show, like, Takashi, this is who you're supposed to end up being.
Not what he was supposed to be. It was a what-if situation. Like, what if?
What if Takashi was a good guy? Yeah. Like, he would have had friends. People would have loved him. He would have been such a good person.
In which, spoilers, Takashi was meant to be the hero of the next Gridman show.
Oh.
Remember Gridman Sigma?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was supposed to be Takashi.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Unfortunately, the show never came to be.
I know. All we got was like a promotional image.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was cool for Gridman to show what Takashi would look like if he was a good person.
Like if he
wasn't a shut-in, had friends, was popular with people.
Confident
in himself, yeah.
Or basically did what was right.
Exactly. So it just sucks that, like, being an outcast and his parents just not, like, raising him properly, like, made him be this way. And also just, all this bad shit happens to him. But, like, he kind of brings it upon himself, unfortunately. So, but just really good episode of Gridman. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. So.
Definitely made up for Tiga.
Yeah. That's unfortunate that we got a really boring episode of Tiga.
Mm-hmm.
And so next week, next episode of Gridman, we see Gar's favorite.
Shinobi
Yay,
Lar
Shinobilar's back.
for the final round.
Some weird, like, samurai kabuki warrior or something. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yay!
You know what? It's his last time showing up. I don't mind. And I guess that is it for this episode of Kaiju Sentai Ultraranger. Episode 113. I'll think of something.
Yeah, you'll think of something.
I'll think of something for the title.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Schwa for now.
Schwa for now.